Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sherricka. Today I'm going to be doing a caregiver episode while doing my face care. I haven't done those in a while, so I just wanted to come on here and talk about one of my little besties that I used to have. She has long passed away now, but she still lives in my heart forever. And I just wanted to talk about her today. I felt her heavy on my heart last night and because I miss her. I miss her so much. I miss her every day. Are returning. Thank you. And if you're new, please watch the video to the end before you decide if you want to go or if you decide you want to stay. All right. Good morning. I am back with another video. Hair care. I don't even do hair care. I'm back with a face care video. I have some new products that I have been using and I think I like them. So I want to show you guys my updated face care routine, and I want to talk about one of my favorite clients that I had. Oh my gosh. I haven't did a caregiver episode in a while, and I just kind of wanted to bring it back. My cute little, So I have a white one that I was actually looking for, and I can't find it, but I probably don't need to wear white anyway, because it's going to get filthy. And this is brand new. I actually got this from Marshall's. I bought a whole bunch of products because I'm like, I need some face care up. A reboot, a renew on my face care. So I'm like, let me get some new products. Let me see what's out there and see how it does with my face. Now, if you look at my face is actually doing pretty good. I still don't got no edges, y'all. We ain't gonna worry about those right now. Still ain't got no edges, but my face doesn't seem too bad. However, it is a lot that I need to do. I got these sideburns going here that I need to go ahead and trim off. I did prep my face a little bit the other day. I kind of plucked all the hairs and stuff off my face. There's too much hair on my face for my liking. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna get into my products. I'm just gonna show you the products first, and I'm going to talk about them too. So first and foremost, I'm always going to use my Neutrogena Ultra Gentle Daily Cleanser. I love this stuff. This stuff is the best. Before, I was kind of alternating between this Neutrogena and the CeraVe, but lately it's been the Neutrogena because they don't sell CeraVe at Kohl's, and I'm trying to save a coin everywhere I can these days. So that's that. And then for a toner, I have fallen in love. It's called Dickinson's Original Witch Hazel, and it's this hydrating toner with rose water. So first of all, it smells so good. It does what it needs to do, okay? I got this off of Amazon. So like I said, it's called Dickinson's Original Witch Hazel off of Amazon. This is amazing. Amazing, okay? And then you want to put the moisture back into your face, right? So I have these. It's called Clear Beauty. Now, I bought these from Marshall's. It's a day cream. And then, I'm sorry, probably can't even see because and then I have a night cream. This right here does not give. It's called Elbub. It says 20% vitamin C anti-aging serum. Y'all, this don't feel like nothing. This does not feel like anything. I do put it on. I still use it because I'm like, I bought it, so it is going to get used. But what I do now is I'll put it on, and you'll see, I'll put it on with the moisturizer, and I do them together. Because usually I used to have a vitamin C serum that once you put it on, it just felt like it was like sinking into your skin. This right here, just like it just rolls right off. It's like waterproof or something. I don't know. Sunscreen, and this is the Neutrogena. I actually have not tried this yet. So everything else that I'm using, I've tried. I've been using. It's good or it's okay. But this I have not tried yet. I want to first start off with this steamer because girl, and it feels so nice. It's so hot. And this is just me you know, just kind of hydrating the face before I go in and start doing all of the things. I do this for a few minutes. And this is lovely. This is lovely. If you don't have a steamer, girl, what are you doing? A face steamer. It's so cute too. It's like that, this pink color. So cute. This is giving spa. Okay, this is giving spa. My parents bought me this for my birthday this past year. My birthday is in March. It's almost July, but it's be my first time using it. So this is giving spa. So anyway, so now that I've hydrated the face and kind of, you know, got it moistened and it's kind of like ready for the wash. You want to make sure that you get your neckline too. When you washing your face, you want to definitely make sure that you are getting that neckline. All down here. This is part of your face. This neck part. That is part of, you know, because you get a lot of breakouts down here. Right? So you always want to make sure you get in there good. So I wash my face for a good 5 minutes. I make sure I get a really good lather. Off camera too, I just went on and took care of my sideburns. All I did was use some of this almond oil, just some almond oil. I put it on the sides and then I just, you know, I didn't want to bore y'all with that. Okay, so now that we got that out the way, if you didn't know what the order for face care is, you always start off with a cleanser and toner. You go in with your serum, then your moisturizer, and then your sunscreen for the morning routine. And to my girl. So her name is Tutu, and that's what everybody used to call her. She was such a sweetheart. When I met her, she was 90. I think she was 90 years old. And it's a funny story. It's a funny story how I became her aide. So I used to work for, you know, several companies. And when you work for those companies, you know, you just kind of pick up clients wherever you can, you know. And back then there were so many clients you can have. So anyway, I got a call one day from one of the people out of the office, right? Telling me that, you know, there was this client and, you know, she needed an aid and could I go over there? So I'm like, sure, you know, send me the info. So y'all, I get the info. When I tell you I was kind of a little skeptical about it because I'm like, ugh. The side of town that it was on. It was kind of in a rough neighborhood. And yeah, I was familiar with the neighborhood, but not all that familiar with that neighborhood to be like going down there every day to work. But I was like, you know, I'm never a type of person that's going to back down. So I'm like, okay, I'll try it. Let's see what happens. So I get down there and she lives in this high-rise apartment building. So I finally get to her apartment, knocking on the door. Well, first of all, I called her on the way there. I called her and she said, oh, I don't need anybody. I'm thinking like, okay, well, that's what everybody say, you know. So that was that wasn't, you know, a surprise to me because all the people who need people say they don't need people. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm on my way. So I come down, right? I get there, I get to her apartment. They let me in at the front desk because obviously she wasn't gonna buzz me in. So they kind of let me in at the front. They have they had a security guard at the time. They kind of, you know, walked the building. So they let me in. So I get up to her apartment. And when I got up there, I'm knocking on her door. She's like, you know, who is it or whatever. And I'm like, hey, I'm your aide. My name is Sherry. Because I always go by Sherry in the community because it's easier to remember. If I tell everybody, oh, my name is Sherricka, yeah, they're probably not going to remember me all that much. So I always go by Sherry. So I'm like, this is Sherry, I'm your aide. She's like, oh, I told a girl that I didn't need an aide. And I was like, well, you know, somebody felt like you needed an aide, so I'm here to take care of you. Can you please let me in? Girl, she had this door so cracked where you couldn't even like see into the apartment. All you see was her eye like kind of poking out. And I'm like, what is going on? Why this lady don't want to let me in? It was so weird. I was almost feeling like I wanted to do a face mask, but I'm not. I'm gonna do no face mask today. Maybe I'll do a face mask on a night routine. But I'm just gonna go in with my, it's nice and hot. I mean, oh my God, it's nice and frozen. I had just got this out of the freezer, and I'm just gonna go under my eyes because when I tell you, I've been so tired. I've been so tired. I've been barely getting any sleep at all, like any sleep at all. But I just been rolling, just been getting up and still kind of rolling with my day. It's summertime, y'all. Like, I'm not trying to sleep my summer away. But yeah, so anyway, I'm standing outside her door. She not letting me in. So I called the office like, hey, you know, I'm here. But she's saying she don't need nobody. She's saying that, you know, she doesn't want me to come in. She's like, you know, not letting me in. So the agency was like, you know, well, that's fine. You know, as long as you went and you tried, you know, whatever. So she had some significant hours. So I told myself, I said, you know what? I'm not gonna stop here, right? I'm gonna just keep coming until she let me in. So the next day, you know, after I did everybody else, all my other clients, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go and check on, you know, Miss Carter, because that's what I used to call her at first, Miss Carter. So I call her, of course, because I never want to just like show up unannounced. So I call her and I'm like, hi, this is Sherry. I'm your aide. I'm on my way over. Oh, I don't need anybody. I'm like, oh, I know, but I'm still coming over. So I get to her door, same thing. Get to her door, she answers the door. She's like, I don't need anybody. And I'm like, I know, but again, they gave me you, so I'm gonna just keep on trying. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, cool. So after I got done with her or whatever, I just kind of like went home for the day. And I just kept thinking to myself, like, oh my gosh, she's so funny. Now, mind you this, I still don't know what this lady look like. I know she's like a dark-skinned lady because all I see is like dark at the door. And I see her dark eyes. She was just, you could tell she was a little bitty thing because I'm looking down at her. But like I said, the door is so cracked, she's not trying to let me in. So I'm like, okay. So, you know, I kept coming back. To make a long story short, I kept coming back. I will call, I will come, kept coming back. So one day, this might have went on for, I don't know, maybe a few weeks or so. And one day I come over, I call her and I say, hey, you know, I'm on my way. She like, I thought I told you. I thought I told you that I didn't need anybody. And I said, I know, but I'm on my way. Oh, all right. So I get over there. Come upstairs, I knock on the door. Do you know she finally opened up the door? So she opens up the door and she comes and she says to me, can you go to the store? And I'm like, sure, I can go to the store. Yeah, I can go to the store. She was like, because I need some stuff from the store. So I'm like, okay, do you have a list? You know, do you have a food card or do you have money? What, you know, how am I doing this? So she like, no, I have money. And she's like, and I have a list. And I, you know, so I need some stuff from the store. So I'm like, okay, cool. Give me your list. So she still didn't let me in, but she did give me her list and said that she was going to at least allow me to go to the store for her. So I'm like, cool, I'm getting somewhere on this, right? So she gives me her list, the money and everything. And she finally sends me to the store. So I'll go to the store, I get all the things she needs. I come back with her change, her receipt, in this little thing. I used to have this little thing that I used to carry around for my clients so that I could keep like stuff like that straight. And I gave it to her so that she could take her money out and her receipt, and, you know, she could just check everything over everything. So she was like, oh, this is nice. What is this? And I was like, no, this is like it's like a little colorful envelope. I think it was like a little colorful envelope that I think I bought from like the dollar store a while ago, long time ago. It was just a little envelope. And it was just mainly so that, you know, if anybody gave me some money, client-wise, I would put it in this envelope. And then when I would go make the sale or whatever, I would just, you know, put it back in that envelope so that way I can keep up with it. So she got all into that, and I was like, yeah, this is what I use to, you know, to use when I'm going to the store for my clients. So she was like, oh, this is nice. I like this. I would like one of these. And I said, okay, I'll get you one. Yeah, I'll get you one. You will? I said, yeah, I will get you one. So she's like, okay. So I was like, well, do you need anything else? And she was like, no, not today. You can go. So I was like, cool. All right. So I ended up, you know, leaving for the day. And I remember getting in the car and I just felt so fulfilled because I was like, you know what? She did not want anything to do with me. She did not want anything to do with me. And just off persistence alone, just like, because I knew she needed me. I mean, she was 90 years old. There's no way that a 90-year-old don't need something. You know what I'm saying? She needed something. So I was just like, you know, I'm glad that I stayed, you know, persistent, and I just still kept coming back and didn't let her, you know, steer me away because, you know, I felt it. I'm like, man, this lady need me. So, I say all of that to say, you know, if something seems like it's too hard or too whatever, it usually is not. You always can try to keep going until, you know, until it's just like, okay, it's not happening. But if you feel like there's possibly a chance, you know, because even, it wasn't like the lady never opened up the door for me. You know, she at least would open up the door. She would say whatever she would say. So I knew that it was a chance that something was going to happen. You know, I'm like, something's going to give here. And she is going to either let me in or she's going to, you know, it's going to be something. So that's why I just kept coming back. After that, I just kind of went in with this cucumber primer water. Oh, it smells so good and it feels so good just kind of hitting your face. It really does. So I just kind of do that at the end. I don't even know if you're supposed to do that. I like to soak it all back in. So I could be making that up. I don't know. But that's what I feel. You know how when somebody do their makeup and then they put that setting spray on their face to kind of lock it all in place? That's what I feel I'm doing when I do that. So anyway, me and her ended up becoming like the best of friends. When I tell you, we always was together. Like after that, I would be with her. Sometimes I'm not even on the clock. We would go and do things together. She would, you know, we were clearly breaking all the rules. Like I got super close to her, super close to a lot of her family members. I used to take her places. She used to go to all my friends' house, family house. She used to come with me everywhere I went. I was with her all the way up until she was like 95 years old. And she ended up passing away right before I had my son. I was pregnant with my son when she found out she had, and I don't even remember, she had something going on with like her bowel and all of that in her stomach, and her stomach would get really, really big. And it was this, you know, we would take her to the doctor and the doctor would give her something and he would make it all go away, but it wouldn't fix it. It just would make it, you know, go down for the time. But then it would get all twisty turned again and it would get big. So finally, she ended up, you know, kind of getting to the point where we weren't able to get it fixed anymore. And then she was actively passing away. And I kind of stayed with her too, all the way through the end. It was so sad. I just remember calling her daughter and her son and telling them, y'all need to get here because the time is coming. You know, she had spent some weeks before in the hospital, and then we finally convinced them to let her just come home. You can't do anything else for her. Let her, you know, come home where she could be with her guy, and she could be with her family in her own setting. You know what I'm saying? So she ended up passing away. But I also want to just share this really quick and to show you guys how close me and her actually really were. So I'm going to try to show this without, this is her homegoing service booklet, and I've kept it all this time. Like I said, she passed away in 2017. So I keep this near and dear to me. So I still have it. And then right here is where, and I also get to keep a piece of her. I have her ashes in here because that is just how close that we were, that her kids felt the need to give me a piece of her to keep with me forever. All right. And I know that went left really, really quickly, but this makes me very emotional sometimes. And I pray for her family, and I pray to her. I talk to her all the time. But she was one of my best friends. She was really, truly my best friend. I could tell her any and everything. You know, I could tell her any and everything. And I just cherish the times we had. I wish that me and her would have took more pictures and more videos and things. And I could share a picture of her at the end of this or whatever. But being a caregiver, being a caregiver is more than a job to me. It is a calling. It is a passion. And when I really find someone that I care about, like truly, truly, truly care about, I go hard for them. I go hard for all my clients. I go hard for the job, period. A job is never just a job to me. It's always more than a job. It's like, if I'm going to do a job, I'm going to do the best that I can do at that job, okay? Or the best that I can do for that person. And for me, when these people come across my life, it was for more of a reason than for me to just be helping them. They were helping me. You know, a lot of older folks that I had ran across, they taught me so much. They taught me so much about life. They taught me so much about the past and what used to happen back then. And I hold on to all of those memories and all of that. So anyway, before I just break all the way down, I just wanted to show this. And it says on here that we will love you forever, our heavenly angel, gone yet never forgotten. Although we are apart, your spirit lives within me forever in my heart. And her name was Merlin Carter, and she died in May of 2017. And like I said, it was just so sad because she was so happy about my son. And I had my son November of 2017. So she died right in the mix. But she wanted him so bad. And I just feel like I wish that she would at least got to meet him. But she didn't get to meet him. And that makes me very sad because she was so happy that I was having a baby. So yeah. So anyway, I say all of that to say, cherish the elderly. Cherish them. If you still have your grandmothers, your great-grandmothers, your grandfathers, your great-grandfathers, you know, cherish them. Because once they're gone, and she was not my grandmother or anything, but I'm just saying, you know, I've lost some of my grandmothers and grandfathers, and I didn't get to spend that kind of time with them like I got to spend with a lot of my clients and stuff. And I'm kind of regretting that those moments that I could have been spending with my family, let alone I was spending with somebody else's family. But if you have your grandparents and your great-grandparents, just cherish them. Spend time with them, get to know them, you know, learn about their life, learn about, you know, your elders, learn about all of that stuff while they're still here. And if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. This was an emotional one. I didn't expect it to be this emotional, but yes, Thank you. Please like, subscribe, comment to this channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Also, I wanted to come back on and just see, you see the glowy face. I know I was about to tear it up with the tears. I'm glad I didn't cry. But the face is definitely glowy. Glowy, 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 glowy. And the face is giving. The face always gives. And don't you forget it. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, see you in my next video.